Your baby can't talk to you. No texts, no letters, no sitting across the table to explain what they need. But here's what most parents don't realize. There are 6 things your baby secretly needs from you every single day. And right now, without saying a word, they're already asking for them. Every second, every single day. Not with language, with something far quieter than that. A look, a cry, a tiny hand reaching for your shirt. And the way you answer that silent language, that's the part that decides who this child becomes for the rest of their life. I'm not talking about toys, not a Pinterest nursery, not the stroller everyone tells you to buy. I'm talking about 6 specific acts of love, and new research is finally confirming what your toddler has been trying to tell you all along. These acts don't just feel nice in the moment. They quietly wire the brain and shape how this child trusts and connects with people for decades. And the first one is not what you think. Here's a myth a lot of Western parenting advice still repeats. Hold your toddler too much, comfort them too fast, and you'll make them clingy, weak, dependent. It's been passed down for generations like it's fact. It isn't. Most parenting books skip this entirely, but in Japan, there's a completely different instinct. Parents are raised to sit close and watch, not to fix, not to rush in, just to stay near calm and let the child feel that presence. Western advice often says step back so they learn independence. The Japanese approach says stay close, so they learn safety, and independence grows out of that safety on its own. And this is where it gets interesting, because that single difference in philosophy has a name. Once you understand it, you'll never watch your toddler melt down the same way again. The concept is called Mimamoru, written Jansho-ryu combining the characters for watch and protect. It roughly means to watch over without interfering. It sounds passive, it is not. Here's what most parents miss. Mimamoru isn't about doing less. It's a specific kind of presence, and your toddler's nervous system can actually feel the difference. Remember that debunked myth about holding your baby too much. The science behind it is stronger than most parents realize. Researchers at the University of California found that premature infants held and gently touched for just 15 minutes a day gained weight 47% faster than infants who weren't. They left the hospital nearly a week sooner, not from medicine, from contact. Now picture your toddler mid-meltdown in the cereal aisle. Every instinct says fix it, distract them, make it stop. Mimamoru says something different. Sit at their level, stay close. Don't rush to silence the feeling. Their heart rate slows near a calm, steady adult. Their cortisol drops. Their nervous system borrows yours because it doesn't have its own yet. I'll be honest, this one shocked me the first time I read it. You are not spoiling them by staying close through the hard moment. You are lending them a nervous system until they can grow their own. And this leads to something even more surprising. The second concept is Amae. It describes the very human need to safely depend on someone else to lean without shame and be caught. This next part is uncomfortable because Western psychology spent decades treating dependence like a problem to outgrow. Amae treats it as the foundation everything else is built on. Here's the part nobody talks about. John Bowlby, the researcher who built modern attachment theory, found that a child's ability to trust to ask for help without shame, to recover from hard moments, traces back to one repeated pattern. Consistent warm responses to distress. And here's the detail that surprised me most. You do not need to get this right every time. Research on attachment found that responding with warmth around half the time is enough to build a secure bond. Think about your toddler at daycare drop-off, sobbing, clinging to your leg like the world is ending. Or the moment your 2 kids collide over one toy and everything erupts at once. That's Amae showing up, not manipulation, not weakness. A nervous system checking. Can I still lean on you? Every time you crouch down, meet their eyes and say, I've got you. You answer that question. You're not creating a clingy kid. You're building the kind of trust that later turns into independence because they already know the base is solid. But that's only the first piece. The second is even harder to believe. Let me show you what I mean. Neuroscientist Jaak Panksepp spent his career mapping the emotional brain, and he identified play as one of the core systems every mammal is born with. When your toddler shrieks with laughter during a silly chase around the living room, dopamine floods their brain, and new neural connections form in real time. Play isn't a break from bonding. It is bonding disguised as fun, and consistency is what makes all of it stick. Your toddler's brain keeps asking one question underneath every tantrum, every bedtime fight, every clingy moment. Can I count on you? You're not going to like this. Every time you snap and walk away without repairing it, that question gets a little harder to answer. I got this wrong for years. But every time you come back and say, I got too loud, I'm sorry, I love you, you rebuild it instantly. Which brings us to the habit I personally find impossible some nights, and it's exactly what actually works. So here's what you can actually do tonight. 4 small things, all free. None of them require a certification. 1. The next time your toddler melts down, don't rush to fix it. Sit close, stay quiet, and just be near. That's Mimamoru in practice. 2. At pick up at bedtime anywhere, give them 10 full seconds of real eye contact, phone down before you say a single word. 3. Name the feeling out loud once a day. You're mad because playtime ended. That's hard. Not to fix it. Just to say it. 4. When you lose your patience and you will come back afterward. I got too loud earlier. I'm sorry. I love you. That's the repair that builds Amae. None of this requires a parenting course. It requires showing up imperfectly on purpose. Give it 3 weeks. Watch who your child starts to become. Remember at the start when I said your toddler can't tell you what they need. That's still true tonight at bedtime, in the meltdown, in the quiet car ride home. But now you know the 6 things they're secretly asking for. Touch, eye contact, your voice, a response to their cries, to play, and showing up again and again. Mimamoru and Amae aren't complicated parenting techniques. They're just 2 words for something simple. Stay close, stay steady. If this helped, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.